Hello, this is Mr. Miller. This is video number 63. We have an easy video today. We're just going to practice using some area formulas. And there are a problem or two that are kind of interesting we're going to talk about also. Uh, so to begin with, we have three shapes here. And our instructions are to write the area formulas for each shape, then use it to find the area. So we have triangles, rectangles, trapezoids, and parallelograms. So the first step is to recognize what it is. So this is obviously a triangle. And the area formula for a triangle is base times height, all divided by 2. So we just got to recognize the shape, use the formula. So right here, the base is 5, the height's 4, so this would be 4 times 5, which is 20, divided by 2, which is 10. No problem. Okay, let's try this one. This one is clearly a rectangle. So area is width times length, and so it's just 4 times 6, which is 24. Told you, this is an easy video. This is a new kid on the block. We have trapezoids. We just talked about them today in class. So the formula for a trapezoid is 1/2 the sum of the bases, a plus b, times the height. Or if you want, there are a lot of ways you can do this. You can do add the bases and divide by 2 times the height. These are all equivalent. Okay, so I'm going to use this first one. You can use whichever one you like. So the bases are the parallel sides. And so it doesn't matter which one's A and B. One of them's A, the other one's B. So 1/2 the sum of the bases, 4 plus 6 times the height. The height is the distance, the perpendicular distance between the bases, and that's 3. Important to do the parentheses first. That's 10. 1/2 of 10 is 5 times 3. So you give us 15. There we go. No problem. Now, it's good to be able to compute these given any shape that's in a grid or just has the coordinates of the vertices or is a diagram like this. You should be able to find the area. Often they're going to have more steps. Let's try these. So this first one has two sets of parallel sides. The top and bottom are parallel. So top and bottom are parallel, and the left and right are parallel. This is a parallelogram. So the formula for a parallelogram is base times height. Okay, so we gotta use one of the sides as the base. The base is an actual side, so it's 7. Then we need again the perpendicular distance. This is the height of the parallelogram. So base times height would be 7 times 4, which is 28. Parallelograms don't get divided by 2. They're kind of like rectangles. Rectangles are width times length. Parallelograms base times height. All right, this one is not one of the standard formulas. There is a formula for kites. The kite has two short sides that are next to each other that are congruent, and two longer sides that are adjacent to each other that are congruent. We don't need a formula though. We can use the fact that this kite, there are a lot of ways to do this, but this kite has two congruent triangles. If we kind of split it down the middle, we see two triangles, one over here and one over here. We can just find the area of 1 and multiply it by 2. So here we go. The area is 2. What I drew, that line that goes down the middle, is the base of the triangle, and it's 7. So we do 7 times the height, which is 2, divided by 2. So base times height divided by 2. So we have two triangles. That's why I have this 2 in front. And base times height divided by 2 gives me this. Okay, so this would equal 2. If I do what's in parentheses, that's 14 divided by 2, which is 7. And 2 times 7 is 14. Just in case you're curious, the formula for kites is 1/2 the first diagonal times the second diagonal. So it'll be 1/2 times 7 times 4, which gives us 14. Okay, but we didn't need its formula, so you don't have to worry about that one. All right, this one here, it's kind of a trapezoid. It has one set of parallel sides. So the left and right are parallel. These two are not, so it's a trapezoid. Okay, so we need the trapezoid formula. 1/2 a plus b times the height. So this would be 1/2 2 plus 6 times the height, which is 6. This is the height going across right there. And so it'd be 1/2 times 8 times 6, which ends up being 24. All right, one more kind of problem. So these are kind of cool, a little bit more challenging. These shapes we can divide up into rectangles. So you can divide it up several ways. So I'm going to see if I can do this one by cutting it here and cutting it here. That gives us 1, 2, 3 rectangles. And so as long as we can find the width and length of each one, we can find the total area. So the area equals, let's take a look at the first rectangle. Its dimensions are 2 times 4, so 4 times 2 is 8. So let's do that's 4 times 2 right now. That's the first one. The second one, the length isn't 6, the length is 2, right? That 6 is for the whole top. So we have 2, and we got to figure out how tall it is. Well, since the total height's 4, and this is 2, that has to be 2 there. So this middle rectangle is 2 by 2. Right, this one over here, it looks like it's congruent to the first one. The width is 2, and the height is 4, because it matches over here. So that is 4 times 2. So this was rectangle number 1. This was rectangle number 2. This was rectangle number 3. And so we get 8 plus 4 plus 8, which is 20. That's the total area. All right, last example. We're almost done. Again, let's think about carving this up into rectangles. This is 8. I think we can do it this way. So if not, we'll try it a different way. But this dimension's 8. From here to here is not 10. The 10 is the total length. If I subtract 3 and 1, I get 6. This right here is 6 from here to there. So this first rectangle, number 1, the area is 8 times 6. Plus, this one right here is kind of interesting. I wonder if we can get this. This is 6 all the way up to here, but this is 2, so this height must be 4. It's kind of a challenge. So from here to here 6, go down 2, this is 4. So rectangle number 2 is 1 by 4. Plus, all right, this one's pretty clear. This length is 6, the width is 3, so plus 3 times 6. So this was triangle number 1, this was rectangle number 1, number 2, and this one is rectangle number 3. Okay, so the second one was kind of hard, figuring out this was 4. But if we try, we can get it. And so let's find the total area. This is 48 plus 4 plus 18. That's 52, and 18 is 70. Okay, it's your turn. So take a look at these problems. We have a triangle, a parallelogram, and this one's kind of weird, but I'm sorry, a triangle, a trapezoid, and this one is a parallelogram. Looks a little weird because it's kind of tilted, but it has 2 sets of parallel sides. Okay, and this one you can carve up. So what I'd like you to do is kind of make a quick sketch in your journal of the shapes and find the area. On this one here, you don't have to put in all the right angle symbols, okay? So just kind of make a basic sketch of the shape, label the dimensions we know, and kind of divide it up. All right, good luck.